Hey everyone, I'm Zanbig, this is Auto Group, and this is the example we have today for our point, which is luxury cars these days are dominated by the Germans. Majority of them, as you see on the street, are BMW, Mercedes, Audi, right? And what if you're on a little tight budget, you know? What are you gonna do if you want one of those German luxury cars? Well, this is a prime example of what Mercedes does best. They inch up in technology when they release their cars with each update and facelift, so you don't get left out on the features. Let's say if you buy a new E-Class, you are gonna get the double screens and everything. But the thing about the old E-Class is that you still get all the awesome features. You get a Harman Kardon sound system. You can choose between an AMG package, just like you can now, and then you have a luxury package, again, like right now. And although the new one is pretty groundbreaking with those double screens, the longer wheelbase, you know, more legroom in the back, let's see how an older German luxury car can handle itself compared to the newer ones. This is about 4 years old now, you know, and it's probably really cheap. So we got this car today from Lombard Toyota, thanks to our sales consultant Ali Qureshi for providing the vehicle. It's an awesome car in great condition, so I want to show you as an example. If you want to buy a cheaper luxury German car, this is a great, awesome choice. It has the naturally aspirated V6 with 268 horsepower. I really like this badge. I like how it doesn't have the normal TriStar because, you know, that only comes with the luxury package, and this is, of course, the performance AMG package. I want to show you the interior because this car is absolutely fantastic considering it's like 2014. So one main thing that you don't get in the new one is the sound of the door. This heavy door, first of all, it's really hard to move, which is awesome. You know, it has that very awesome sharp like tone to it, but also like it's very bass filled, so it looks very nice inside overall. And with the door closing sound and everything, I really like the way this car feels super German. And the classic analog gauge clusters look awesome, the triple ones. On one side, of course, you have your fuel information, and in the middle you got your speedometer, and on the right you got a tachometer. It still had that LCD display that is used in a lot of Mercedes. And of course the infotainment system is basically the same with the scroll, except it does not have the you know, the touchpad controller that is now found in the newer Mercedes. But overall, like all the materials and fit and finish, this isn't the leather one, you know, it doesn't matter because it still looks very awesome inside here, especially with this burl walnut wood type finish. Alright, so I'm about 6'2", and that setting is not yet positioned on my, you know, preference because I haven't driven this car yet. But still, I was comfortable up front and it looked about my position. So this is how much legroom I have in back. Because of the center drive shaft over here, and especially the way the passenger seat is set, over here you can't really fit a person like me. Nowhere near is the comfort level inside here on the level of course, the new E-Class backseat and the 5 Series, for example, or the GS. Still, there's a lot of room because this is lavishly set for me, I guess, because this seat over here is the one that's set really low. It's not raised at all like the driver's seat, so the legroom, of course, goes down majorly. Of course, you have reading lights in the back, and of course this armrest is pretty nice. You got climate control vents in the back also, so it's pretty good, and it's not a problem that much. Alright, anyways, I mean, that's pretty much it. But since this is, you know, the AMG package, let's go take a look at the driving perspective of the car, which is the most important part in an AMG package car. Now, the last car we tested, which was the TTS, if you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out because that car had a very, very harsh ride quality, and especially for this road, it was horrendous and it was very uncomfortable. Alright, so I've noticed as you reach the top of the brake pedal, like as you reach the end of the brake pedal, it's very unsensitive for some reason. Like when you're about to stop, you really have to press into it. I don't know why that is. Why do, like, some, you know, it's just weird that older cars have that type of thing. My car has it, but at an extreme rate because that's not an electromechanical brake. That's a hydraulic assisted one. But this car picks up speed very well, and you don't really tell a lot of times because, you know, you're just driving and all of a sudden, whoa, it's pretty quick. So that's cool. I wish the steering had a little bit more weight to it when you have it straight, because then it feels like it should be a little bit more trustworthy, you know? I like that this car had somewhat of an exhaust note. And this is the 4MATIC one. We did test an E350, but that was the 2010 one, and it had the same engine, but it did not have 4MATIC, and it was not the AMG package, it was a luxury package. This car just pulls effortlessly, and this is still on Eco. Now if we put it into Sport, now it's Sport. I have no idea what just happened in Sport, but let's just figure it out. There is very slight body lean, but it's still not bad, you know, it doesn't feel bad. This car just pulls effortlessly. The accelerator is very soft, you know, which is pretty cool. So I mean, this is awesome because this is the old V6, you know, it's non-turbocharged. It's a normal V6, makes about 268 horsepower, and this car feels great. I mean, my car has 268 horsepower, but it's a totally different car, you know. It's a very, very luxury focused, and it has a lot of more body roll. This car has a lot of body lean, I'm noticing, but it's still a very flat out suspension for the most point, which is awesome. I really like that, and you could dive into turns and actually hold it there, and it doesn't fly out like my car does. And I mean, this car has so much power. Let's say you're on the highway, you know, you're passing someone. This car, boom, goes right immediately, and can pass very easily. And for that type of turning and, you know, the high speed, not really cornering, but just normal turns, the body stability is just fantastic. And the engine is pretty loud. You're gonna, oh, you know, it's pretty cool. The thing about this car is that, you know, now they have such better seats in the E-Class. Like if you go with the AMG package, you get those sport seats with a little bit more bowstring. This car has solid bowstring, but it's not where it should be, you know. It's by my upper back, and it should be at the lower back, because I notice like each corner I'm going into, I'm sliding out of it. So I don't want that, you know. It should be just one stable thing. For the most part, it is. It's very good, but sometimes, you know, when you dive into it too hard or something, it does eventually lean to the side. And once, you know, you're off full throttle, I mean half throttle in our case, because we're not on some crazy roads, but once you're off, you know, like driving it aggressively and you pick up speed, the engine goes quiet, which is awesome. And the shifting is great, considering this is an automatic, and considering that this is the older technology. You know, this is not the crazy new 9-speed or whatever the 8-speed is in the E-Class. For that quality, this car drives awesome. I really like that. Fantastic down the road overall, and you wouldn't be disappointed if you were to pick up one used. You know, that was the whole point of the video. You know, can you buy a luxury car that's awesome for a certain amount of money that's not gonna break the bank, you know? I mean, if you're enjoying what this car is doing, like I'm really enjoying the way this car handles. But over here, I guess it's fine, and it has like little indents over here. It's not too bad, but nowhere near as nowhere near. Or else, you know, you got your armrest right here, boom, and then you got your cup holders somewhere. Hey. Oh, there we go. Gotcha.
दोबारा हेडरेस्ट लेके आना, पहले बंद करो।
अच्छा बंद कैसे, क्या है ये सिस्टम, हमें समझ नहीं आया।
And the armrest above.
So for the, you know, luxury amenities in here, it's nothing special. I mean, it's just an armrest like you have normally. And that's not a problem because this isn't some executive package car or anything, and you could just sit here, you know, lock that into place, and now you could store your cup holders over here and drive by on the road, you know. Drive by to wo hota hai na.
Light jala na.
Acha.